Okay, give me 1 minute. How to minimize this? Who is this JP? There is some JP in our class. Who is that? Okay. Yeah. So do you see me also? I do not know. Yes or no? Can you see me at the same time along with the screen?
Yes, Father.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So shall we continue?
Yes, Father.
Yes. Okay. You can mute your audio because sometimes the noise can come in. Unless you have to speak. When you have to speak, please switch on the unmute yourself and speak. Otherwise, you keep your audio in mute mode. So, the first influence for the philosophy of Karl Marx is German idealism. One minute. German. Wait 1 minute. German idealism. This we have seen in the second lecture. Okay. So you can go through it again. Some ideas will be repeated again later on. Now we move on to the second system of thought which has influenced Karl Marx is French socialism. French socialism. Do you see what I am writing?
No, Father.
You are not able to see what I write?
Yes, Father.
No, Father.
I can see, Father.
Who cannot see that? Who is, please. Who is that? Somebody is saying no. Who is it? JP. Who is? I don't know who is JP.
Yes.
So others are able to see, is it not?
Yes, Father.
Okay. So French socialism. Today we will deal from here onwards. French socialism. See, the French socialism emphasized or stressed on the ideas which have come up during the time of French Revolution. French Revolution. French socialism stressed on the ideas of French Revolution. What are those ideas of French Revolution? What are those ideas of French Revolution?
Liberty,
Yes, correct.
Liberty,
equality,
fraternity,
Yes.
equality.
Yeah. Equality, liberty, and fraternity.
fraternity.
Equality, liberty, and fraternity. These are the important ideas which had come up during the French Revolution. So French socialism was very much influenced by these three ideas. When you speak of fraternity here, what do you remember these days in the Catholic Church? Anybody? Is
New
aware of it?
encyclical.
Brothers,
No. New encyclical of
brotherhood.
Fratelli tutti.
Francis.
Fratelli tutti, Father.
Yes, Fratelli tutti. What does it mean? What is the translation?
Fraternity. Social.
All
Encyclical on
brothers.
social fraternity.
So he has picked from the writings or the canticle of Saint Francis Assisi of 12th century maybe. 12th century. So he has quoted as it is all brothers. Here sisters also included. Okay, all brothers and sisters, which speaks much about fraternity, fraternal relationship. So French Revolution had this idea of equality, liberty, and fraternity. Fraternity. Then socialism. Socialism considers equality as the basic ideal. Equality as the basic ideal. Basic ideal. Basic ideal. And also it justifies force or coercion. COERCION. Justifies force or coercion insofar as establishing or promoting equality. If your purpose is to establish equality, then certain kind of violence, force, or coercion is tolerated. So French Revolution or French socialism aims at that or proposes that. The founder of theoretical French socialism, the founder of French theoretical socialism, that's better. French theoretical socialism, the founder of French theoretical socialism was Henry de Saint-Simon. Henry de Saint-Simon. He is not a canonized saint, but his name itself is saint. The founder of French theoretical socialism was Henry de Saint-Simon. Henry de Saint-Simon. Henry the Saint-Simon. Now this is opposed to, the socialism is opposed to capitalism. Okay, socialism is opposed to capitalism. What does capitalism say? Capitalism means the production and the means of production are owned and controlled by a small portion of people. In capitalism, the wealth, the production, the means of production, and the producers are owned by small number of people. And everything is used for their benefit, for the benefit of capitalists. They are the owners of the capital. Capitalism is a system where a small number of people own the means of production. This is opposed to socialism, whereas socialism proposes that wealth should be shared for the welfare of all. Socialism proposes that wealth should be used for the general welfare of all. General welfare of all. So during the time of French Revolution and the industrialization in Europe, the concept of equality, equal share of wealth, liberty, freedom, then fraternity, such ideals gained their prominence. Such ideals gained their prominence during the time of French Revolution and French industrialization. So there are two basic ideas. There are two important or basic ideas in socialism. Which are those? First one is socialism opposes. First one is socialism opposes uncontrolled concentration of wealth. Socialism opposes uncontrolled concentration of wealth. Concentration of wealth in the hands of a few. Socialism opposes uncontrolled concentration of wealth in the hands of a few. It said free competition. Free competition will lead to exploitation. Free competition will lead to exploitation. Exploitation and dehumanization. Free competition will lead to exploitation and dehumanization. Firstly, socialism was opposed to concentration of wealth in the hands of a few. The second ideal which opposes, second one it proposes, socialism proposes equal distribution of wealth. Equal distribution of wealth. Secondly, socialism proposes or propounds equal distribution of wealth for all. Equal distribution of wealth for all. Wealth for all. So there were other French socialists. Other French socialists who have also influenced directly or indirectly to Marx. Okay, there are a few other socialists in France who had influenced very much to the philosophy of Marx. So one for such socialist is, his name is Pierre Joseph Proudhon. Pierre Joseph Proudhon. Proudhon. Pierre Joseph Proudhon. He is one of the influential French socialists. He has
Excuse me,
influenced.
Father.
Yeah.
Our screen is not visible, Father.
I think only to you it's not visible. Others have no problem. Follow Joseph.
Now it's okay.
Yeah.
Yes, now it's okay, Father.
Okay. So sometimes the problem can be from your side. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Father. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So other French socialists, for example, one of them influential French socialist is Pierre Joseph Proudhon. Yeah, Glanson. Kindly mute your audio. Okay, Joseph. He said, property is theft. Property is theft. Pierre Joseph Proudhon said, property is theft. Then there is another philosopher or socialist, Joseph Fourier. I do not know to pronounce. Joseph, his spelling is Fourier. I don't know, these French names I am not able to pronounce properly. Okay. Joseph Fourier, I do not know. Okay, Joseph Fourier. He said, everybody is everybody. He said, everybody is everybody. That means the wealth is for all, property is for all. Everybody is not somebody. I am possessing the wealth or property of others and saying that this belongs to everybody. No, everybody is everybody. Everybody should have equal share and the right. That's why he also proposed, he said, abolish family business. Abolish family business. Don't do business for a family alone. Do it for the society. Do it for the welfare of the society and for the state. And for the state. He also further said in this line, in the state of marriage, private property is not good. In the state of marriage, private property is not good. Private property. Now, wife is somebody's private property. Now, it's not the case of wife here. Here, in the case of wealth, okay. In marriage, the principle of private property is not good. This is also said by Joseph Fourier. The next socialist is Louis Blanc, Louis Blanc. Louis Blanc. Louis Blanc. He is a famous politician and historian. Okay, politician and historian. He coined a popular phrase. Which says, from each according to his ability. From each according to his ability or merit. To each according to his needs. Each according to his needs. Louis Blanc coined a famous phrase which says, from each according to his ability to each according to his needs. That means there should be a shift from ability to the needs. Okay, according to needs, one has to work, one has to earn, one has to distribute and give. Ability means the property can be accumulated in the hands of a few. Okay, I have the ability, I have the influence, so I can gather so much property. But what about others? No. From each according to his ability to each according to his needs. So Marx was very much influenced by this phrase of Louis Blanc. Okay, Louis Blanc. And he also said, from each according to his ability to each according to his needs. Okay, his needs. So now if you take the merit and the ability, if one believes in the merit, ability and influence, then it becomes a capitalist concept. But if you go by the principle of needs, then it is a humane concept. Humane concept. Because everybody's needs are seen and they are fulfilled. They are met. They are met. So Marx called his philosophy as scientific socialism. Marx called his philosophy as scientific socialism. Marx termed his philosophy as scientific socialism as opposed to French socialism. Okay, as opposed to French socialism. Because Marx found the ideas which are proposed in French socialism are in some way utopian. What do you mean by utopian? The ideas
True.
proposed in French socialism are utopian ideas. What do you mean by utopian?
Beyond,
Which come,
beyond,
which never,
Beyond, unreal.
Which is
Okay.
which,
and we cannot grasp that one.
Yeah. They are which beyond, they cannot be actualized. They are not practical. In that sense, Marx said, what I am going to propose is ideal, that is the actual, that is historical. That's why he called his philosophy, which is influenced by French socialism, as scientific socialism. Scientific socialism. This is the second pattern of thought which has
can you repeat once again, Father?
Yeah, okay. So which one, that last part is it, or which one? Jivan.
Just now you told me, Father.
Okay.
Marx called his philosophy as
Yeah, okay. Marx termed or called his philosophy, which is influenced by French socialism, as scientific socialism. Here, the scientific, by the word scientific, he means practical socialism, which is applicable in our actual life, real life. Because he found certain ideas of French socialism as utopian ideas. Utopian means which are unrealistic, which cannot be actualized, which are unreal. Okay, not real. So in that sense, he wanted to propose and come out with the theory of scientific socialism, which is very much actual and present in the everyday life of all. Is it okay?
okay, Father.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. So the next pattern of thought is British economists. First one is German idealism, remember. Second one is French socialism. And the third one is British economists. British economists. These are the three major thought patterns which has influenced the philosophy of Marx. So Marx regarded British economists with high value. Marx regarded British economists with high value and considered their theory as scientific. Marx regarded British economists with high value and considered their theory as scientific. Consider their theory as scientific. He was very much influenced by two of the British economists. Can anybody guess the names or propose the names? British economists, famous names in economics.
Leo,
No, economists. Leo Tolstoy comes
Adam
to mind.
Smith.
Yes, one is correct. Adam Smith. You are right. Adam Smith. And one more. Anybody? Okay, no problem. David Ricardo. What is his name? The second name is David Ricardo.
David.
Ricardo. He was influenced by Adam Smith and David Ricardo. Adam Smith and David Ricardo. They both of them come in the 17th, 18th century. 18th century, okay? 18th century. So Adam Smith is called as father of
Economics.
modern economics.
Economics.
Okay, father of modern economics. What is his famous book? He wrote the work Wealth of Nations. He wrote the famous work called Wealth of Nations. Okay, in 1776. 1776. Adam Smith is known as father of modern economics, and his famous work is The Wealth of Nations, written in 1776. 1776. He says, Adam Smith says that man is an animal that makes bargains. Man is an animal which bargains. Man is an animal which bargains, that makes bargains. That makes bargains. Both these Adam Smith and David Ricardo, their concern was to determine the value of something. The concern of Adam Smith and David Ricardo was to determine the value of something. Value of something. The concern of Adam Smith and David Ricardo was to determine the value of something. Value of something. For example, they asked how to determine the national wealth. 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 National wealth. Adam Smith said that there are three values. There are three values: use value, natural value, and exchange value. Adam Smith spoke of three values in economics: use value, natural value, and exchange value. Exchange value. Exchange value. For him, for Adam Smith, productive labor. For Adam Smith, productive labor is those who are with material things. Productive labor is those who are with material things. For Adam Smith, productive labor is those who are with material things, and against unproductive labor. That means unproductive labor is without material things. Productive labor is those who are with material things as against unproductive labor. Unproductive labor. Unproductive labor. Coming to Ricardo, he proposed labor theory of value. Ricardo proposed labor theory of value. Labor theory of value. That means, what is the definition of labor theory of value? It means the exchange value of a commodity which depends on the amount of labor spent on it. The exchange value of a commodity is equal to the exchange value of a commodity depends on the amount of labor spent on it. The time, the amount of labor spent on it. So labor theory of value means it is the exchange value of a commodity, which depends on the amount of labor spent on it. The time taken and the amount of labor taken to produce a product. That is the exchange value of a product. For example, a pencil costs 2 rupees. Pen costs 10 rupees. So that means pen takes 5 times more value than the pencil. That means the amount of labor put in for pen is 5 times more than the amount of labor put in for pencil. So this is the ideas of Adam Smith and David Ricardo. Now, how does Marx understands and takes these theories further? Marx saw the labor theory of value as the key of exploitation and inequality. Marx saw the labor theory of value. In labor theory of value, he saw exploitation and inequality. This WebEx meeting session longs for 50 minutes. Suppose it gets cut, okay, you can rejoin. Okay, I do not know how much time is over. I don't see the session remaining time. Okay, so I'm coming back. Marx saw a kind of exploitation and inequality taking place in the labor theory of value when he applied